All right. Let's fucking do it.
Listen up, motherfuckers, I'm about to spit about the world's greatest show, yeah, this is it. Better prepare, your anus is gon' get insane. Dude's out of his mind, Dusty Smith's his name. When Jug Wash drops, it's time to begin. We talk about chuds and make fun of them. Then the trash word, oh lord, the wheel's on fire. Beyond parody shit, it's getting so tired. Religious bullshit, you know it won't make you feel like dying. Cause they touching more children than an OBGY. And from zeros to heroes just for one day. It's the world's greatest show and it's coming your way. It's time for the Dusty Show.
It's time for the Dusty Show.
We all have fun and
we never grow old.
It's time for the Dusty Show. It's time for the Dusty Show. It's time for the Dusty Show. We all have fun and we never grow old. It's time for the Dusty Show.
Woo! What's up, everybody? Welcome to humanity's finest program. It's the Dusty Show. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm so proud. We did it, folks. We did it. 3 shows this week. The 2 previous weeks, we did like 1 show a week. But this week, it was a team effort. We put it off all together. And personally, I would like to thank the little people, the Smurfs, Danny DeVito, Ben Shapiro, all the little people out there. And you, all of you, it was a team effort. Proud of myself, pat myself on the back. And got a banger of a fucking show for you guys tonight. I don't have any interesting stories to tell you about what I did over the last couple of days since the last show, because all I did was work, literally. Didn't even play no VR games, didn't watch nothing cool, just work my ass off for you, because I love you. So thank you for joining me. You are very kind and handsome to do so, I might add. So let's go ahead and get the show off, folks. As always, could you consider super chatting me? The lifeblood of the show is the super chats. I don't dodge any questions. Why the fuck would I? They're all answered. And you can reward yourself forever and ever and ever. See over here, down here, there's a $sign. You click it, and then you donate, and then a Fat Dusty pops up and eats your money, and your money's delicious. So help the floating cats and immortalize yourself forever on the world's greatest program in the super chats. And thank you in advance. And all right, let's go ahead and kick the show off, folks. Got a pretty good one tonight. Gonna cover the new Jeffery Epstein files. Don't know if you guys have seen that, but no, not Stephen Hawking. People are like, you ain't got no proof, Dusty. I'm going to show you what proof's available. I come with the goddamn receipts. You guys know me. Got some Chud Watch coming up. Another day, more Trump fucking bullshit. Folks, it was really popular in the last show. I did a top 20 Christian fails of 2023. And I have another top 10 list of this week's worst Christian fails. So we're going to take a look at that. You guys will love it. Got a couple Karens also near the end of the show. A very, very small Palestinian section. Gonna cover and a few palate cleansers at the end. So hell yeah, a good one all around. So let's go ahead and kick it off. Let's start with some Trash World. The Trash World, the Trash World is a dumpster fire and it's hellish. The Trash World, the Trash World. Even Stephen Hawking? Fuck everybody. Trash World. So, Jeffery Epstein files released, more of them at least. I guess there was a new court case or whatever. It wasn't new, but in this latest court thing, judge like, no, you gotta release all the files. So we're finding out some things that we didn't know before. And one of them was Stephen Hawking allegations and Jeffrey Epstein documents. So one of the main accusers of Jeffrey Epstein is Virginia Jeffery. I'm definitely pronouncing that correctly. So Virginia Jeffery, she was an underage girl that Jeffrey Epstein sex trafficked and lured in. And she's the one that said, hey, he made me have sex with Prince Philip. So apparently, I don't know if this has been released before. As far as I know, it has not been released before. But at some point, she claimed that Stephen Hawking was having orgies with underage girls. And the only reason we know this is a claim that she made is because apparently it was brought up and mentioned in an email that Jeffrey Epstein sent to Ghislaine Maxwell. He says, you could issue a reward to any of Virginia's friends, acquaintance, family that come forward and help prove her allegations are false, the email reads. The strongest is the Clinton dinner and the new version in the Virgin Islands that Stephen Hawking participated in underage orgy. Oh no. So I guess, according to Jeffrey Epstein, Virginia Giuffre made this claim about Stephen Hawking. And no, Stephen, what the fuck? Well, we know he was on Lolita Island. We know that. We know he was good friends with Jeffrey Epstein. We know he was on the plane a lot of different times. I don't know what happened. I wasn't there. But how you gonna prove this man didn't have orgies with underage girls? Look at this man in his physical prime. You can't tell me he wasn't humping like a dog, y'all. How you gonna prove it? Don't know. Don't know. I didn't do it. I can't even get an erection. I can't even move. I have to blow on a thing to get my scooter to move around. How the fuck was I involved in underage orgies? I don't know. Pretty sure that's what he would say, or he wouldn't say it. His robot would say it. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I doubt it's true. I doubt Stephen Hawking had anything to do, but I don't fucking know. I ain't gonna say that Giuffre is lying. I wasn't there. What you guys think? He doesn't look like origin material. Maybe not, but like, I ain't gonna judge a book by its cover, y'all. You know, pervs, they come in all shapes, sizes, and wheelchairs. So, could be true. Don't know. And then, who else got mentioned in the new Epstein documents? Michael Jackson apparently got mentioned. Just because I say they were mentioned, though, doesn't mean there's any evidence that suggests these people did anything wrong. They were just people that were named for one reason or another. Like some of these people, like Cameron Diaz and some other ones, were mentioned simply because Jeffrey Epstein was name dropping them. He was claiming to the little girls he was sex trafficking that he was on the phone with them. They never even met these people. So that's why some of their names are in these documents. Of course, Michael Jackson apparently was friends with Epstein. Brought up. Donald Trump brought up. Don't know if there's any evidence yet that he actually participated in anything, but he was definitely on the list. Bill Clinton on the list. Some of the girls giving him massages and whatnot. Like I said, Hawkins is on there. Leonardo DiCaprio was on there, but only because he was being name dropped by Jeffrey Epstein. Same with Bruce Willis. He was claiming he was on the phone with him. Same with Cameron Diaz. Had no idea if he really was or not. Prince Andrew, pedophile Prince Andrew, definitely was a part of the whole sex trafficking and whatnot. Harvey Weinstein, I'm guessing he's just fucking guilty. It's Harvey Weinstein, right? He got to be guilty. Nothing else makes fucking sense. So found out a little bit, not a whole lot that we didn't know, except for the Stephen Hawking thing. And apparently some people are noticing for the first time. Tim Pool repost. Epstein forced minor to have sexual relationships with Harvard law professor Alan Dershowitz. Jane Doe, number 3, is a minor who was forced to have sexual relations with people on behalf of Epstein. Epstein forced then minor Jane Doe 3 to have sexual relations with the former Harvard law professor Alan Dershowitz. You know what Alan Dershowitz is? He was literally Jeffrey Epstein's lawyer, and he's a big Trump supporter. Big shithead chud lawyer, so no one should be surprised that he's a pedophile. And then Tim Pool's like, holy fuck. I guess Tim Pool only saw that he was a Harvard law professor, doesn't even know who Alan Dershowitz is. I'm guessing, because if he didn't know, he probably wouldn't be saying shit about it, since Alan Dershowitz is a far-right chud, just like Tim Pool is. But yeah, it's crazy. Trump's lawyers and a top Fox News contributor may be a massive pedo, and not the queers you spend all day melting down over. Yeah, it's not the drag queens, is it, Tim Pool? Curious how you're fucking wrong again. And the whataboutism from Dershowitz is just hilarious, folks. He's like, oh my God, you're only talking about me being a pedophile because I'm a Jew. What about Hamas? What about the Palestinians? You feminists who are trying to out me as a pedophile. Yeah, I'm about to rape some of these little girls, but what about Hamas? Just watch this bullshit.
Now, the one point I do want to make is that I understand all the feminist groups and the radicals who think this is the worst thing in the world, that anybody ever had any contact with Jeffrey Epstein. Where are all those radical feminists when it comes to the Hamas rapes of young Jewish girls, sexual abuse, beheadings. They are quiet. They are silent. The incredible hypocrisy of the Me Too movement. Me Too, except if you're a Jew. And I want to have a list of all the radical feminists who are pushing hard, and I understand that, to get all these names revealed. And I want to know how many of them have ever actually condemned Hamas for the rapes that we now know occurred and the murders that occurred. How many have been silent, and how many, like the National Lawyers Guild, have actually approved of what Hamas did? So let's put this in context.
Let's put it in context, folks. Yeah, I might have raped some girls, but feminists, have they not talked against Hamas? If not, they don't have any right to accuse me of pedophilia or call me out for it. Just good God, dude. Way to make yourself look even more guilty than you already fucking did. It's because I'm Jewish. Shut the fuck up, man. I'm not going to let you maybe dislike Jewish people, obviously, but holy God, what a poor representation you fucking are of your own people. Meanwhile, of course, this man, the pedophile that I just showed you, Dershowitz, is the man that Netanyahu wants to defend Israel in The Hague against the war crimes accusations from South Africa. So, of course, Israel speed running the bad guy gauntlet. They're like, hey, the whole world hates us right now. Everybody thinks we're warmongering, child murdering sacks of shit. Who should we hire to represent us in the world court? How about pedophile Dershowitz? Alan Dershowitz. That's exactly who we should go with. Genius. That's just brilliant enough to work. Meanwhile, hard to believe, folks, that nothing matters anymore, but it doesn't. We live in a post-truth society, a bizarro land, where Donald Trump can literally say, I've known Jeffrey Epstein for 15 years, terrific guy, he's a lot of fun to be with. It is even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side. Nothing happens to him. 12 different pieces of contact information in Jeffrey Epstein's little black book. Nothing happens to him. Video of him and Jeffrey Epstein ogling women together. Nothing. Nobody gives a shit. Nothing fucking matters to conservatives. So I don't know why they're fucking pretending. And Fox News seems to be missing somebody on the list. Yeah, prominent names in Epstein's documents. Bill Clinton, Michael Jackson, Prince Andrew, David Copperfield, Alan Dershowitz, Stephen Hawking, Al Gore, Bill Bredesen, George Lucas, Naomi Campbell, Kevin Spacey. Where the fuck Donald Trump at? You missing the main motherfucker? Almost like you're doing it on purpose. I can't imagine that. Fox News be dishonest? That doesn't make any sense. And then they just... In case you don't believe me, folks, Donald Trump is mentioned in the documents multiple times. Donald Trump was a friend of Jeffrey Epstein. Is that not correct? My understanding is yes, but I don't have a lot of information about Trump. Is it true? Is it not that Mr. Trump was a frequent visitor to Mr. Epstein's residence? I know that he visited frequently, yes. I don't have a lot of information about Trump, so he did. He wasn't listed as Jeffrey Epstein's client. But that's not stopping the maggots from denying reality, of course, because nothing matters to them. They don't actually care if it's true, but they'll just say it's not. Hey, you liberal fuckers! Guess who wasn't on the list? Except he was. He totally fucking was. That's why it's not necessary to talk to conservatives anymore. There's no reason in it. There's no good that can come of it. They don't care what they say. They don't argue in good faith. They'll say one thing and say the exact opposite the next day and not ever hold themselves accountable for anything. So it's just fucking pointless. All you can do is make fun of these people, mock them into extinction, having conversations, platforming them. It's all fucking useless. You're just letting them spew their fucking diarrhea. Meanwhile, did you guys hear about the new study that those who spread cures for COVID like hydroxychloroquine, which is a word I can definitely say, probably killed as much as 17,000 people. Nearly 70,000 people may have died after taking hydroxychloroquine during the first wave of COVID. According to a study by French researchers, the anti-malaria drug was prescribed to some patients hospitalized with COVID-19 during the first wave of the pandemic. Despite the absence of evidence documenting its clinical benefits, the researchers point out in their paper, published in February issue of Biomedicine and Pharmacotherapy. So, yeah. People like Joe Rogan thumb motherfucker getting people killed. Had Aaron Rodgers on there pushing hydroxychloroquine and, of course, ivermectin too. Both things that didn't work. Weinstein, both the Weinstein brothers pushing this fucking bullshit. And I agree with the sir. So where you at, Joe Rogan and Jimmy Dore? Got anything to say to their surviving audience members? Is Brett Weinstein still railing this stuff reviews? Yes, none of them care, folks. We heard Joe Rogan said in the last show that, the people that left, they just deny the facts. They deny reality so they can live in their little bubble. But he's actually the one doing that. He can't admit to himself that he used his platform to get people killed. That people choked on their own bile, on their own vomit. They drowned on their own spit because they listen to people like Joe Rogan. But he can't admit that to himself, right? Because he would be able to sleep at night knowing that he sold out his fellow human beings for money. So he has to tell himself, oh, I was right. I was right the whole time about everything I said. People are dying left and right from the vaccine, but you weren't right. You are the one ignoring the facts, the science, Joe Rogan, in order to assuage your own fucking guilt. But of course, the world continues to reward it, giving him hundreds of $1 millions and the #1 podcast in the world. Meanwhile, 3 months since immunologists responded to Brett's claim that immunologists are scared to respond to him. 2 months since Brett told Michael Shermer he was going to respond. No mention in any Dark Horse episode since. Maybe Brett Weinstein, one of the founding members of the intellectual dark web, one of Joe Rogan's real close friends, platformed him to spread a lot of disinformation. And Michael Shermer from Reason Magazine. But anyway, he says, Dear Brett Weinstein, in response to our podcast conversation about the mRNA vaccine, autoimmunity, and myocarditis, about which I said I know next to nothing, someone who does know has produced a 20-minute video reply responding to your claims. And they posted it to him. And Brett's like, Hi, Michael. I have seen it. It's from a source with a history of shoddy COVID debunks that would not ordinarily merit a response. But in this case, I clearly invited correction. And Dr. Wilson produced experts. So I will reply in detail. I was working on that when events in the Middle East grabbed my focus. Stay tuned. And I can't wait for the response, Dr. Weinstein. Crickets. Nothing. Never fucking responded. Doesn't care. They murder people. This is what you guys are. You're fucking murderers. The scum of goddamn society have sold out your fellow human being to make a few goddamn bucks on the fucking internet because people sucked your dick, kissed your ass, and chuds worshipped you. And so you threw away everything you pretended to believe in for popularity and money. But still be rewarded for it, folks. Not going to take a hit in any way whatsoever, because why would they? You can literally just get people murdered in this world, and doesn't fucking matter. Meanwhile, in the trash world, did you guys see this one? So they were having a street takeover. You know what that is? That's where they have a bunch of cars who are all souped up, and they take over a whole like street corner, and they start doing donuts and circles and drifting all the fuck around. Sometimes they smack into the audience and shit. Assholes with way too much money in their fucking cars. For the most part, I wouldn't even give a shit. If you guys want to go out there and to hang out, you ain't hurt nobody, and you want to do little fucking donuts and burn your tires up like dipshits, I ain't got no problem with it. But here's some fucking trash behavior, folks. So I guess since they all got together out on the street, they had like this mob mentality. So somebody, I guess, stole a car and decided to back it into this mom and pop shop. It was just a bakery, and the whole fucking crowd rushed in and looted the place.
Takeover leads to looting in Compton. Our assignment manager, Mark Liu, is at the desk where we just got new security video. Mark.
Yeah, that's right, Ruta Bay. The owner of the store just shared new security video with us that shows a flood of people rushing into his store to grab everything they could get their hands on. He says his store was absolutely ransacked. Take a look at how it started. You're going to see a white SUV forcefully backing into the security gates of Ruby's Bakery in Compton this morning for the first time. Now you're going to see it strike that metal gate 2 more times before breaking them down, and a rush of people flood inside the store. This all happened at about 2:30 this morning near North Santa Fe Avenue and El Segundo Boulevard. LA Sheriff's deputies say it started with a street takeover at this intersection and then led to this. One of those cars from the street takeover breaking down those gates And then more than
Leeches.
100 people began looting the business.
Yeah,
You can see
looting
here
a
they
fucking
started
bakery.
grabbing
What piece
anything
of
they
shit.
could, money and food items. The owner of the store told our breaking news photographer that the thieves stole all the money that he had made from the busy New Year's Eve weekend, more than $20,000.
What the fuck you had
Now, when
$20,000
deputies
there
arrived,
for?
all the looters scattered and
I
left
don't
that
believe that
behind.
shit. He trying to
No
get
arrests were
insurance
made,
money.
but the car that smashed the gates was recovered and towed for evidence. Detectives say they are doing a door knock on the
Definitely
registered
stolen.
owner of that car to see if it was stolen or if they know who the driver might be. This investigation continues.
Garbage humans on a fucking garbage planet. So yeah, I don't blame the cops for breaking up street takeovers anymore. You guys lose your fucking privileges when you do shit like that. And then, did you guys see this one? In real life streamer, this is Knife Man, whatever the fuck's his name is. Only loses me legs. Only uses knives or whatever the fuck's his name is. So you guys might remember that. I showed this guy before on my show. He's one of the worst human beings on the fucking planet. One of the Andy Race Worski's buddy that went on his little RV trip where they were hitting on underage girls and he sexually assaulted a girl. And basically they get on live stream and just scream the N-word at people. Ended up macing them and pulling guns. You remember all that shit. Well, this guy's kind of a pitiful figure. I watched a couple documentaries on him earlier. So first I'm going to show you this clip. Basically, he now makes a living as a drinking streamer. So people pay him money to take shots on live stream. It's like an episode of Black Mirror where they're basically paying to kill this guy slowly and watch him die slowly. So apparently, during one of his drunk streams, I guess the lady at wherever he's staying came in and tried to confront him about being drunk, and so he started calling her the N-word or whatever. And so she called the cops, and this is where the video starts, right here, where the cops doing a welfare check on him.
Hey, Brian. Brian, show me your hands. Brian. Hey, can you talk to us, Brian? I can't see his hands. Hey, Brian.
Yeah, only use me blade. That's what his name is.
Us?
Close enough.
Lumber County Sheriff's Office. We want to make sure you're okay. Hey, Brian. Hey, can you face me?
Is he saying the N-word? So anyway, eventually they come in. Oh yeah, and then of course the scumbag's listening to him. This is the kind of people that you attract when you're just the worst among us. They always have it where people can donate and they can type, and then it automatically reads out whatever they say. And so they're trying to get him killed, so they're typing out.
Brian Reso donated $4. I have a Glock. Any of you cops come through that door is getting shot. Go ahead and see if I'm bluffing piggy. I dare you.
Yep, now they're paying for you to kill yourself slowly on stream. They're trying to get you killed with their chats and shit. But before you feel too sorry for him, he is a horrible, horrible fucking piece of shit. He used to be a Call of Duty streamer or some shit like that. His whole shtick was that he would only kill people with his knives, and he built up like hundreds of thousands, like 500,000 followers and shit. And then Call of Duty was no longer popular, and so he had to do something else. So basically, he decided to make a living as a racist streamer. Here's just a very short clip of a documentary I watched about him.
I'm not racist at all. I'm not. Nick. Nick.
I have no idea how long this dream is gonna last, because honestly, this is a dream. I do make some pretty cool coin from YouTube, but I'm also saving it.
Only use me blade. It's your channel. You fat drunk fellow owe me $1,000.
If this YouTube thing and playing Call of Duty is the only thing you have, that's kind of a sad little existence. I'm sorry.
So anyway, I'm going to play a little bit more of this documentary during the after party. So be sure to tune into that. But just incredibly sad, but what a horrible human being. Going to end up dying. He has like diabetes so bad from his alcoholism that he's like got like holes in his legs and his feet. Looks like they're rotting off of his body. It just precautionary tale for anybody who wants to go down that path. Meanwhile, to finish us off on the trash world, warning, warning, warning. Do not watch this. Nobody should watch this ever. Just listen to my voice explain this. Turn your head. Do not watch this. This is a death that's about to happen. You have been warned. So, the story behind this crazy ass clip was apparently this guy here, from what I read, took this guy's lighter, and the guy's trying to get it back, and then they got in a fight, and he knocks the guy off the platform, and then a train hits him. Don't watch this. Yeah, that's bad. Yeah, so don't get in fights on the train platform, I guess. That's the moral of that fucking story. Seems bad. Just let the guy have your lighter or whatever. Good Lord. What a wild, wild world we live in. And that's not an old video. That fucking just happened. It literally just, I looked it up. And here it is. Man dies after falling on train tracks in Philadelphia. That happened yesterday. So don't tell me that's fucking old. I know my shit sometimes, y'all. And all right, we've got to think about that. Dirty Sexy Pores. Died over a lighter, I know, right? 25-cent lighter at the most. Piss pants drunk is gross. Definitely pissing everywhere. Got to better handle your shit or you shouldn't fucking drink. He just streamed a 12-step meeting. Nobody would watch it, though. You got to do what the money is, you know. On the floor for $4. Yep, killing themselves cheap, that's for sure. And got to give him that. And let's see how the super chats are doing. All right, cool. Get your super chats in, folks. All right, move right along. It's time for some Chud Watch. Chud Watch. Talking about Chud Watch. We talk about Chuds and make fun of them. Woo! First off on tonight's Chud Watch, Nimrata's back. Nikki. Running for president, Nikki Haley, and got a little trouble last week. Remember, she was asked, what caused the Civil War? And she was just like, basically because the government was trying to tell people what to do. States' rights, which is a popular argument in the South. When you don't want to blame it on slavery, when you want to pretend like the South actually had a legitimate reason to do the Civil War. You basically say, oh, it wasn't about slavery, it was about states' rights. And that's basically the argument she was going with. But it didn't work out very well for her. She got rightfully shit on repeatedly all week. And so then they gave her another CNN show. Gave her an opportunity to correct the record, say the correct thing. And what did she say this time? I have black friends. I'm not racist. No, Nikki, that's the worst thing you can say. That is just cliche trope. Every single racist says that. I can't be racist. I have black friends. Just good God.
And this, of course, is referring back to New Hampshire, where you were asked to explain the cause of the Civil War. You obviously did not mention slavery. And afterwards, you came up, you said that was a mistake. In fact, you said it should have been the first thing that you said. So you did come out and say that. Chris Christie, though, came out and said that you gave that answer not because you're, in his words, dumb or racist, but because you're, quote, unwilling to offend anyone by telling the truth. What do you say to that?
No one's ever said that I am unwilling to offend. I offend plenty of people because I call people out when they do something wrong. What I will tell you is Chris Christie is from New Jersey. I should have said slavery right off the bat.
Right.
But if you grow up in South Carolina...
You still say slavery out of the bat. I grew up in Mississippi. Somebody say, what was the Civil War about? Slavery! You immediately say that.
In second and third grade, you learn about slavery.
Right.
You grow up and you have, I had black friends growing up. It is a very talked about thing. We have a big history in South Carolina when it comes to, slavery, when it comes to all the things that happened with the Civil War, all of that. I was thinking past slavery.
You was thinking the states' right argument, the defense of the South for the Civil War.
And talking about the lesson that we would learn going forward. I shouldn't have done that. I should have said slavery, but in my mind, that's a given that everybody associates.
Yeah, it's a given. No, it's not a given. I mean, it should be a given. It should be the first thing you fucking said, but it's clearly not, right? So, yeah, I got black friends. I can't be racist. The worst thing you could possibly say. Everybody knows you're supposed to say, I live in an all-black neighborhood, over and over and over again. Hey, works for me. Anyway, then she got asked again, hey, you gave that trope about having black friends, which is the absolute worst thing you could possibly say when people are accusing you of being racist. What you got to say about that?
There were some critics that criticized your comments last night about having black friends as sort of using a trope. What do you say to people who say that you've really had challenges when it comes to talking about race and are worried about what that would mean for the general election?
We were the only Indian family
oh my
in
God.
our small southern
You're
town.
the least looking Indian woman I've ever seen. You are the whitest Indian bitch on earth.
I was teased every day.
Sure you were.
For being brown.
Uh-huh. We ain't brown. What the fuck? Where the brown at? You going to the dark.
So anyone that wants to question it can go back and look at what I said
question.
on how hard it was to grow up in the Deep South as a brown girl. Anybody can look at my record.
You are not brown.
And see when Walter Scott was shot down by a dirty cop, how I made sure that the Walter Scott family.
Anyway, she playing the race card, folks. She is a woman of color, apparently, Nikki Haley. Look at that. So brown. Just like every other white bitch I seen. What the fuck you talking about? Guarantee you, 99% of conservatives look at you. They don't see an Indian woman. They just see your average cracker, right? Just good Lord, y'all. And then, meanwhile, apparently it was revealed that Donald Trump took over $7 million while he was president from foreign governments. This is a scam that he had set up where he would basically charge foreign governments high prices at his hotels. You know, they knew what they were getting. It's a quid pro quo. They can't directly give him money, but they go spend lots of money at his hotels. And then, you know, you rub my back, I rub yours. And so, Jamie Raskin, Representative Democrat, gave a little press conference to call him out for it. Here's a little snippet of it.
It's very clear in the Constitution, the President of the United States may not accept a present, an emolument, which means a payment, an office or a title of any kind whatever from a prince, a king, or a foreign government without the consent of Congress. And yet we showed yesterday, we've got the documented receipts that Donald Trump pocketed $7.8 million from foreign governments, from China, from Saudi Arabia, from United Arab Emirates, without ever coming to Congress first. It took us 7 years to accumulate all of this information. We've got a 150-page report with 750 footnotes, and they have not laid a glove on our report. They have not found a single thing that they claim to be factually inaccurate. All they're saying is, well, Donald Trump didn't take his salary of $400,000. I'm sorry. Under the Constitution of the United States, that's all you're allowed to take is your salary. You can't get paid by Chinese communist bureaucrats or murderous Saudi monarchs.
That's right. They have evidence, y'all. Trump took money from China, so we know conservatives are going to be incredibly consistent about it, right? I mean, Sean Hannity last month said this.
To be very honest, I think we're making a big mistake if we don't get to the bottom of this. I cannot for the life of me, imagine what the media and how the country and the left in this country would be reacting if Donald Trump and the Trump organization and the Trump family were making tens of millions of dollars from our top geopolitical foes like China and Russia. I can't imagine the left in this country not going insane.
Yeah, so you're going to be totally consistent. That's what you said last month. So I wonder what you're saying right now. I wonder if you're a hypocrite in any way, Sean Hannity.
I keep saying that up till now, you can argue that Donald Trump has been able to defy historical, traditional, all political gravity. All past models and paradigms are gone. He gets indicted, his poll numbers go up. He gets arraigned, his poll numbers go up. And I think Democrats and the liberal media mob might have been able to accomplish something that I never thought possible. They have turned Donald Trump into a sympathetic figure. I think the American people, with a genuine sense of fairness, seriously, they see injustice when they see it, and they see one lie, one pile on after another, And they kind of now have tuned it all out. Oh, well, Donald Trump did business with the communist Chinese. They stayed at his hotel in Washington. Oh, he's just like Hunter Biden. I'm like, no. Nice try, though.
No, he did take millions of dollars, unlike Hunter Biden, but nah, no one gives a shit. Yeah, no consistency whatsoever. They don't care. That's why you shouldn't bother to even talk to them. They don't argue in good faith. They'll say the exact opposite tomorrow with a fucking straight face. Meanwhile, as I was talking about the Jamie Raskin press conference earlier, we had some fucking heroes out there that actually were trying to stand up to him, actually trying to get information out there about Palestine. So they have signs out there that Jamie Raskin printed out, gave to his crowd. Not above the law. Nobody's above the law. But it seems like somebody is above the law. Seems like Israel's above the law, who you would ever call out. Fucking Democrats. Breaking international law all over the place. Committing fucking war crimes. You guys continuously defend them. You guys continuously veto anybody who tries to hold them accountable. So this woman made her own sign. Israel is not above the law. Are you Democrats going to be fucking consistent?
The political scientists tell us that the hallmarks of an authoritarian or fascist political party are that, one, they do not accept the results of democratic elections that don't go their way. Two, they refuse to renounce or they openly embrace political violence as an instrument.
What's the matter with this? Something wrong with the sign?
Yeah, is there something wrong with that sign?
They
hold Israel accountable.
They accept.
They won't, though. Somebody said what law? International law. What are you talking about? They've broken international law repeatedly. They've been called out in the UN for human rights violations over and over and over again. And every single time, the United States vetoes that. You know what fucking laws they broke. I don't know if you're trolling or not, but I'll middle finger you. Anyway, heroes here.
They accept. I'm sorry. Let me just start that again.
Yeah. I got interrupted being a fucking hypocrite. So Democrats also feckless and goddamn useless. And meanwhile, back to Donald Trump. Stock market is up, folks. Remember, Trump said, if you elect Joe Biden, the stock market's going to crash. It's going to be hell on earth. Everybody's going to be penniless. It's going to be World War III. But now we just hit the stock market at all-time highs. So what's he going to say about it? How is he going to spend this one? Well, he's going to spend it exactly like you expect him to.
And I believe, because the stock market's doing okay for the last 6 months, but I believe the reason is because we're leading in all the polls. I think if we weren't, the stock market would be going down at a level that you haven't seen. And I think if we don't win, I think you're going to end up in a stock market like you had in 1929, not a recession, a depression. I believe that. I have to say it. I really believe you're going to end up in a depression.
It's 100% what he said the last time. And now we have record highs. And so, of course, he's going to say the exact same thing again now because reality doesn't matter. Nothing matters to these people at all. It's just empty fucking words. They don't actually care what he says. They just want to hear noise coming out of his face hole. Meanwhile, there's another shooting in an Iowa school. I think a couple people were injured. One student was killed. And so Trump, as empathetic as ever, gets up in front of a national audience and says this.
It's horrible to see that happening. That's just horrible. So surprising to see it here. But I'll have to get over it. It's horrible.
Yeah, you got to get over it. What you gonna do? It's only your dead children. Get over it already. Why you got so attached to your fucking children? I have a bunch of them. Don't like fucking none of them. One of them's like 8 foot tall. Fuck that motherfucker. Just good God, conservatives. Just a lost society, folks. Meanwhile, I'm only going to play a very small portion of this, but this is the latest viral video that Trump put out on his Truth Social. If you don't believe it's a cult by now, nothing I ever say is going to convince you, but this is just another level of disgusting.
And on June 14th, 1946, God looked down on his planned paradise and said, I need a caretaker. So God gave us Trump. God said, I need somebody willing to get up before dawn, fix this country, work all day, fight the Marxists, eat supper, then go to the Oval Office and stay past midnight at a meeting of the heads of state. So God made Trump. I need somebody with arms, strong enough to rustle the deep state, and yet gentle enough to deliver his own grandchild.
God was like, I need somebody to hate on immigrants, and God made Trump. And God was like, hey, those rich people over there need a tax cut while the American citizens die at $40,000 a year because of lack of health care. And then God made Trump. And then God was like, hey, I want some dude to cheat on his wife with a porn star while she's pregnant. And then God made Trump. And then he was like, hey, I want that woman over there raped. And then God made Trump. Yay, God. God's amazing. And that's another 2 minutes of that, folks. But I can't stand no more. So let's move along, shall we? Not stopping the zombies, folks. The zombies back, and Fox News has no problem platforming them. They're doing election denial once again on Fox News. Did they get sued for that pretty heavily? Don't seem to be pushing back against it whatsoever.
I want to go to my other friend here from Texas. The economy, what's going wrong and what's going right?
We just hit a new jobs record. The unemployment ticked down 1% more. The stock market, it just hit an all-time high. So, yeah, what's going wrong with the economy, zombie?
Going wrong and what's going right?
Joe Biden is the problem. He should not be in the White House. He did not win the election. I believe that with my whole heart. And until we get him out and Trump in office, our America is at risk of not being America anymore. And it breaks my heart.
Wow, such a passionate point of view. A lot of people agree with you as well.
Yeah, a lot, no pushback, just passionate, so much passion. Yeah, we're allowing election denial to be put on the airwaves again. Super cool. Fox News. And then, speaking of the zombies, white nationalist Lauren Winsk wants Trump to be king? Yeah, why not, folks? Democracy sucks because conservatives often don't win a democracy. So why don't we just let Trump be king and then have bloodline kings where it goes to his firstborn, I guess, and then their firstborn, and then forever and ever and ever ruled by Trumps. Won't that be amazing?
Because we're not a country
anymore. It's just time for a theocratic monarchy. King Trump for life. Let's go. Hey, I think if we had a monarchy, there'd be a lot less corruption because you can't be bought. You know, you don't have to be bought because you're always in control. You don't have to.
You don't have to be bought because you can just steal whatever you want to. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. You can loot Fort Knox. No one's going to stop you. So no one has to buy you.
Be paid for with campaign cash because you're always going to be in control and you're going to pass it on to your children and that kind of thing, especially if they do bloodlines. But very interesting stuff. Just a suggestion. Doesn't sound too terrible.
It's worked throughout the majority of history, and King Jesus. Yep. Remember, our Lord believes in the theocratic, the monarchical structure.
Definitely Jesus wants Trump to be a dictator. That's what they're doing, folks. They're trying to set us up for the Trump dictatorship. Just telling us right to our face. And hey, they're winning. They're winning. They're ahead in the polls because of Joe Biden, because of feckless, dumbass, goddamn idiot, fucking loser Joe Biden. So, hey, King Trump, I guess that's coming to an America near us very soon. And then, folks, this would have been in my Beyond Parody section. But since we're talking about Fox News had a psychic on the air, and I saw when they had this on there to begin with, but I didn't cover it because it wasn't exciting enough for me to cover yet. But there's an update to the story, so let me go ahead and play the clip, then I'll play the update. So here's the psychic they had on. They were doing a tarot reading on what it was going to be like if Trump got back in office, and here's what the psychic had to say about it.
Paula, for you to give me a reading on President Trump.
Just the one card?
One card.
One card. Let's do just one card. We like that one.
What is that?
I mean, I do recognize that I'm at Fox TV. I am a sense of loss. A sense of loss. But it's very specific. No, let me move on.
It's like a death card.
It's a sense of loss. It's as if he may be thinking more about what he's lost and not still taking full advantage of what he still has.
Which is what? Nothing. Not looking good for Trump, according to this woman who I believe. So obviously did not go well for Fox News because, you know, there are conservatives who try to pander to Christians who no likey the occult. So Charisma News, which is a far-right Christian site, gave them the business What does it say when the world's largest conservative news network openly practices the occult during its primetime television slot? Well, it shows you the sad spiritual state that American conservatism is in. In a recent Fox News primetime show, host Jesse Waters invited a medium to predict former President Donald Trump's chances for the presidency in 2024 using a tarot card. The segment drew criticism from Christian media for the promotion of the occult practices and mediums, which the Bible warns against. The use of mediums, fortune telling, and mysticism is not only condemned in the Bible, but also considered spiritually harmful to those who practice or engage with these occult practices. Christians are called to engage in spiritual warfare against such practices and to proclaim the truth of the gospel. They all mad at Fox News, and hell yeah, I hope they kill each other. I know. And also, Piper agrees with me. Get him, Piper! And then Carrie Lake back at it, folks. And I guess she lost, so she ain't got no problem just spreading conspiracy theories, lying her fucking ass off, and now spreading the big lie that they unleashed. They are probably the Jews. They unleashed COVID intentionally to stop Donald Trump from getting elected.
Their strategy, Carrie, because they've already pulled COVID on us, right, and killed how many of us? They've already stolen elections. They've already, like you said, destroyed all of our basic rights in our Constitution to try to steal. They can't win based on principle or ideals. What do we do? What's the answer here?
These are some of the most corrupt, disgusting, evil people in the world. They're pushing this globalist agenda. And they don't care who they destroy in the process. They've got to win and get that globalist agenda move forward. And the one man that's most dangerous to that globalist agenda, which, by the way, will be the end of America, the globalist agenda. No. The one man standing in their way is the man you just saw on your screen, President Donald J. Trump. And that is why they unleashed viruses. They've tried to destroy economies. They've tried to shut down the country to stop him.
Vaseline woman just spread conspiracy theories. Every conservative politician now says it's like Alex Jones. It's wild how far the Republican Party has slid, and need a stronger filter there. I can almost see, no, that's actually pretty good there. And then, did you guys hear about Bill Ackman's wife? So Bill Ackman was one of these conservatives who was trying to get the president of Harvard fired over plagiarism, which was just thinly veiled racism, folks. They're going after diversity, equity, and inclusion. They're basically trying to make it seem like any black person in a position of authority got their job because of quotas, specifically because they're black, and they were basically just trying to get them all fired. And so Bill Ackman, one of the main ones pushing this on Twitters and trying to get that lady fired. Well, it turns out his wife also plagiarized her work heavily when she was at MIT. Yes, beautiful. The billionaire hedge fund manager and major Harvard donor Bill Ackman seized on revelation that Harvard's president, Claudine Gay, had plagiarized some passages in her academic work to underscore his cause for her removal following what he perceived as her mishandling of large protest against Israel's bombardment of Gaza on Harvard's campus. Anyway, long story short, yeah, they found some same shit in his wife, Nira Oxman, who became a tenured professor at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology in 2017. Oxman plagiarized multiple paragraphs of her 2010 doctoral dissertation. Business Insider found, including at least one passage directly lifted from other writers without citation. Uh-oh! Every accusation is confession. Love to see it. And of course, he comes out there next day after it was revealed and puts out this statement. My wife, Neri Oxman, was just contacted by Business Insider claiming that they have identified other plagiarisms in her work, including 15 examples in her dissertation where she did not cite Wikipedia as a source. Business Insider told us that they are publishing their story this evening. As a result, we don't have time to research their claims prior to publication. It is unfortunate that my actions to address problems in higher educations have led to these attacks on my family. Oh my God. So basically what he's saying is exactly what this one says. It is unfortunate that my actions to address problems in higher education have led to these attacks on my family. Really means it is unfortunate that my actions have led to other people doing exactly what I'm doing, but to me. And yep, it's exactly what he means. Uh-oh, I can't believe you're doing what I'm doing. Do as I say, not as I do. Just good God, the hypocrisy in these fucking people, y'all. And last but not least, on the Chud Watch. Remember this dude? Apparently, he assaulted some cops on January 6th. Was convicted. And then he cut off his ankle monitor at a Walmart parking lot. And ran his ass off. And then the cops finally hunted him down. I guess he went back to his house for some reason. What a fucking idiot. And then when they went to get him, he faked having an opioid overdose, folks. This is what fucking cowards, what phonies these conservatives are. They're always like big and badass. Take my gun from my cold dead hand. I'm awesome. I'm a patriot. The cops show up. They fake overdoses. He was flopping around on the fucking ground, completely fine, so they take him to the hospital. Admitted that he did it later, said he did it as a delay tactic. Just holy God, just cowardly sacks of shit. Exactly like you expect. The fakest motherfucker on the planet. That is conservatives, and that is my Chud Watch. Hell yeah. And all right, it's halftime, folks. We're rolling through this show, and hey, if you love my show, could you please consider, could you consider becoming a patron? Patreon.com/podcast. If you click on this video, which you're watching right now, click on the more, and the very first link, boom, click on that, and that is to my patron. If you'll become a member, I would very much appreciate it. Folks, this is a great time to become a patron. Last night, we had an amazing show on the after party. One of the funnier shows. We had a really sort of disgusting, but a hilarious conversation. I'm not even going to give it away, but if you're jonesing for more Dusty content, there's tons of it. There's an after party for every single show. There's probably 100 after parties already. Dozens of hours of exclusive content for our patrons. So if you want more, it's available. Please consider signing up a patron. I appreciate it. Need your help. And thank you in advance. I don't sell nothing. I don't count anybody out of money. All I do is create content. So if you like my business model, please consider rewarding me for it. And all right, let's read the super chats. Hell yeah, the other way we make money on the show. Super chats kind of light tonight, so if you guys can help me out with super chats, also would appreciate it. Jason Ashby, 5 Club Plus memberships. Hell yeah, thank you, Jason. Great way to start. Jay Grift became a Dust Buddy. If you guys want to become a Dust Buddy, it's $2.99 a month, and you get customized emojis to spend the chat with. Do it to it. Brian Paul, $20 in North Dakota accent. I don't actually have Dustmaster and Feline Minions. Greetings from North Dakota, eh? Don't you know? I'm able to donate again. Hope it helps some. Listen to the live show while I clean my apartment, eh? Yeah, that's my Fargo accent. It's terrible, but I ain't ashamed of it. And Big Black Corvette, BBC, woo! Let me some people say, no, not Stephen Hawking. No, what? Well, never meet your heroes. I never met him. You did meet me, though. I'm not your hero. They'll disappoint you every time. Psh, tell me about it. Anyway, here's cash for the furries. Love you, mods, DSPs, and all you sexy as fuck Dust Buddies. You sexy as fuck, BBC. Appreciate you. Hero as always. Everybody, give love to BBC. Dave! BBC is such a good goddamn legend. I bet he can sneeze with his eyes open. He is a cool guy. I will admit that. And thank you, Dave. Appreciate you. Good to see you tonight. Whoa, Mr. Anderson! 50, count them, 50 Cult of Dusty memberships. Hell yeah, better see all you lucky motherfuckers at the after party tonight. If you got a free membership, you have access now to all the after parties. Just check the community section of YouTube for the link. It's there. I put it there earlier. And damn, thank you, Mr. Anderson. You fucking rock. Chris Clark, 10. Also, Chris Clark rocks. Everybody loved Chris Clark. Appreciate you, Chris. Rich, $20. I tried what was supposed to be LSD on New Year's Eve day, but it didn't work. A drop was put on a piece of paper torn from an envelope. One guy alleged it would work with the wrong paper. True? I doubt it. Nah, if it was LSD, it'll work regardless of what paper you used. You just got some bunk shit. Sorry about that, Rich, but hey, thank you for donating. I appreciate you. Little old Mimi, $4.99. Thank you, little Mimi. I appreciate you. And thank you all who donated. And hit the like button, folks, if you want to. If you're able, I would appreciate it. But also, more super chats, please. Got kind of a light showing tonight. What you going to do? Oh, well. I know what to do. Let's do some religious bullshit. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Religious bullshit. Religious bullshit. Religious bullshit. It's time for religious bullshit, motherfuckers. It's time for religious bullshit. And another religious bullshit top 10 tonight. And starting us off, number 10. Saskatoon Christian school teacher started grooming student when she was 13. Yep. Not a drag queen. Aaron Travis Benoist was a 32-year-old teacher, coach, and athletic director at Saskatoon Christian School when he started showing inappropriate sexual attention towards Jennifer Bouldry. At the time, Bouldry was a 13-year-old student at Christian Center Academy, since renamed Legacy Christian Academy. I changed the name too, so enjoy prison, fucko. No, the sicko raping your children. And number 9, Greg Locke is back, folks. And I know you're going to be shocked by this, but he's lying. Yeah, he's lying his ass off again. Here he is claiming that 600,000 Chinese men are entering the United States illegally every month from Colombia.
It's the last day of the year. I'm going to say it.
Say it.
20,000. That's a big number.
It's a big number.
20,000 Chinese men are being shipped every day from Colombia into the United States. That's 600,000 a month.
600,000 a month. Wow.
600. That is not immigration. That is an army invasion.
That's not true. That's totally not fucking true.
But pretty soon we're going to go from saying made in China to owned by China. I don't care how mad you can fall down the steps mad and never come back.
He's such a hero.
You mark my word. China's making a move this year.
So all this is going to do is spread violence towards Asian people. That's all he's doing here, folks. It's a lie, but a lot of the fucking idiots that watch this will believe it. And so they'll see an Asian person and they'll think they're part of the invasion. That they're coming to take over America. And that they're patriots, so they have to stop them from doing it. 100%. But of course, he doesn't care. Spreading fear is exactly how he makes money. And he doesn't care who is hurt by his fucking lies. Because he's a garbage human. Just beneath fucking contempt. Bottom feeders. And number 8. Prepare to be disturbed to your core. It's animatronic Jesus. No, it's like a Five Nights at Freddy reboot, but more scary somehow. Oh my God, makes me never want to go to Chuck E. Cheese again. Terrified to the core of my being. Hail to the non-Christians. Can't you let that man die in fucking peace? Poor Jesus. And number 7. More pieces of shit. Lauren Wentz back, folks. Joined this time by Edward Zoll and Vincent James. And going to talk about how awesome bullying gay people is. Yeah, isn't it awesome to bully the gays?
There used to be a day and age. I mean, look, one of the primary reasons, other than, of course, our faith, it was just bad for the kid. I mean, you think about the kid in the situation. We beat up the kid at school who had 2 dads. I mean, that's, and we weren't jerks for that. That was just...
I never knew. Yeah, we weren't jerks for it. Yeah, we bullied the kid who had 2 dads. It wasn't his fault. He didn't do anything wrong. We just bullied the fucking shit out of him. And it doesn't make us bad people because we bullied him for no fucking reason. We're the good guys in this scenario. Praise Jesus.
Any kid who had 2 dads, like even the gay kids, even the kids who we knew were like obviously gay, who had like the lisp, like pretended not to be gay, like had the most girlfriends so that they wouldn't get like bullied.
That's true.
Right. And that's how we kind of maintain the line as far as behavior. You know, I think that they need to all go back in the closet.
Yeah, we should bully them back in the closet. It's like, good Lord, why do these Christians want to be the bad guys from 80s movies? It's just nuts. It's like they're watching old movies, watching the worst people in the old movies. They're like, yeah, that's what I strive for. That's my role model. Just good God, how do you not know you're the bad guy in this? But I guess if that people support you, give you a lot of money, give you a lot of fucking attention, they're more popular than I am. So I guess, you know, don't hate the player, hate the game. And then number 6, more Christian thirst traps. As I've told you guys repeatedly, I love these because it's clear these people are fucking phony as fuck. All they're doing is posting these videos to try to show how sexy they are, but they're somehow pretending they're doing it for Jesus. It's not about them, folks. It's not about them trying to make women horny and get dates. It's because they're pious and Christian. It's the devil wouldn't keep attacking you if you didn't have something valuable inside you. Look at this beefcake. He's working out so hard. Thieves don't break into empty homes. That's right, folks. He's doing it to glorify Jesus. Just good God. How do you have a body like this? How are you a fucking smoke show and you're still a goddamn dork? How are you still this fucking lame? Just Christianity just sucks all the cool out of you. Transparent as shit, dude. Nice hair, though. I will give you that. Cool hair. And then number 5. They're so weird. Christians can't get any fucking weirder than Christian. Look at these Stepford wives. They're like, when the creator of the world literally left a book for us, and they're just staring at it like in amazement. They're like, oh my God, it's a book. I wish we knew how to read. I wonder what it says. Yeah, hey, this book says it was written by the creator, so it must be. We are very smart. And number 4, count them, 4. What is this one? Oh yeah, folks, another one of these videos where they're pretending like they're breaking their ankle, and good God, I wish they did. Let's watch it one more time. He's jumping, snap, broke his ankle off, and no, there are only 2 genders. Oh my God. Why couldn't your ankle snap in half and break off? Would have been way better than the payoff. So lame, all the time, always, forever, Christians. And number, I don't know, I'm guessing this is number 3. Number 3! Oh shit. How come Christians don't understand how homoerotic Christianity is? How can you look at this video? How can you make this video, upload it, watch it, and not see how gay this is? It says, my life changed when I said no to my fleshly desires. Okay, first off, don't ever use the word fleshly again. Ooh, it's like the word moist. Just cringy. And then it says, but yes to my heavenly Father. Ooh, yeah. I said no to my fleshly desires and said yes to my heavenly daddy. Yes, daddy. Ooh, come inside of me, daddy. And then the videos are always just them mugging for the camera. That's literally nothing to do with Jesus whatsoever. It's just a thirst trap. Just look how hot I am. Look how passing color I am. Don't you want this dick? No, I don't want that dick. And then number 2. Getting close. This is an oldie, folks. Don't fucking tell me it's old, or do, because I love it. But I still love this old video, folks, because it's such a good representation for Christianity. It says, Christians being persecuted until the moment the trumpet sounds. So this is hilarious for so many reasons. The look on his face, for one. The trumpet sounded. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. But the best part about it is he's doing that to himself. Just like every Christian complaint, they have to fucking make it up, do it to themselves, to pretend like they're being oppressed. But I'm looking at the sky and the trumpet is sounding. I'm getting beaten. I'm getting kicked. Yeah, you guys are the ones doing the beating and kicking, okay? You guys are the bullies. You guys are the pieces of shit. You guys are the one ruling every goddamn thing. Quit trying to play the fucking victims. It's goddamn pathetic, Christians. Good God, yo! And then last but not least, number one Christian fella this week. And it's more just straight out calls for violence and threats from the Jesus lovers. This time it's far-right Christian nationalist Bill Cook threatening any FBI agents who dare arrest the traitors on January 6th. You guys about to be murdered by Jesus.
And so I want to say to my friends in the FBI, keep doing it, because death is about to execute a no-knock warrant on you.
Oh, shit.
He's going to invade your domicile, this body, and take you out of it. And when he does, you're going to stand before God. And it's it's not going to be pleasant. You're going to see the love of God, but it's only going to be for a fleeting second. When God's finished with you, he will send you to your eternal destination, eternal hell.
Yeah, you're going to see his love. He loves you so much, and then he's going to torture you forever. Like, fuck, what kind of love is that? What kind of parent would torture their child for even 5 seconds, much less eternity, for not loving them enough? Sort of sounds like you're worshiping a monster. No thanks, Christians. I reject your God. And that is my religious bullshit. Hell yeah. Is he wearing a nappy? Probably. Shit his diaper. That's the love of God. He likes being hurt, so BDSM, that's why he's smiling, no doubt about it. Gross. Halo is above you. As always, food coloring. Oh, I know it was old. Thank you for telling me. Appreciate it. Moisty, fleshy, even worse. You made it worse. Congratulations. 2,000 years of failed prophecy brought us these enlightened beings. Hey, but they're still winning. They're still kicking the shit out of us, folks. So what can you say? Just gotta laugh and laugh and laugh to keep from screaming in terror. And what the fuck is going on with his pants? Yep. Grandpa Nappy, you know it. And all right, folks, moving along. Making good time tonight. It's time for some Beyond Parody. Beyond Parody. And first off, on our Beyond Parody tonight is Trump lawyer Alina Habba. And as I say all the time, folks, shamelessness is their superpower. They know what they're doing. They're just trolling. They're trying to, I guess, sap us of our strength by making us think there is no meaning in life. Words don't mean anything. Their words don't mean anything. And they're still winning. So they're trying to dispirit us, I think. But anyway, with a straight face, she's saying this.
They love having pressers. They love having press conferences. Jack Smith. They love having press conferences, getting in front, having their moment. It's almost narcissistic.
Mm-hmm. It's almost narcissistic, says the Trump lawyer. Your dude's constantly having press conferences, constantly having rallies for himself. Every goddamn day in the trial, he went out and have a fucking press conference. What the fuck you talking about, Willis? Just good God, y'all. Starting to lose my will to live. And then another example of this, Laura Trump out at the Mar-a-Lago, talking about the Mar-a-Lago New Year's Eve party, you know, the lamest bullshit any of us have ever seen, where Robbie Van Winkle, Vanilla Ice, got up on stage with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and did his whole spiel from the 1980s. Yeah, super cool, modern, up-to-date. Or if you're a MAGA.
Stuff, Vanilla Ice, forget it. Ice Ice Baby, Ninja Rap. Like, what do you want from us? We're doing everything super cool at Mar-a-Lago, and I loved it. It is a great time, like 700 people there. Of course, the greatest president in the history of the country there. My father-in-law, Donald Trump, was there with my husband. We had a great group of friends. We had an awesome time.
Yeah, what more do you want from us, folks? Vanilla Ice and Ninja Rap. It's so cool. But I mean, they probably do think it's cool, right? And words and thoughts and ideas don't mean anything anymore. So maybe it is cool? Maybe I'm wrong and Vanilla Ice and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is the coolest thing ever? No, I guess not. And then on Beyond Parody. Oh, shit. Insufferable. That is the perfect word to describe Joe Rogan. It's just, holy shit. Imagine being this narcissistic. Imagine getting up under the covers, farting yourself into a stupor and just huffing your farts. That's exactly what they're doing now, folks. Here's Joe Rogan sucking his own dick.
Yeah, we say, in the comedy world, we say we're the last line of defense because this is where the woke meets the wall. The woke meets the wall with stand-up comedy.
Right. We're the last line of defense. We're the true heroes of American society. We're where the woke meets the wall. As everybody's always saying. They've always been saying that in the comedy world, where the woke meets the wall. That's not something I just made up off the top of my head. Nope. Just good God, dude. You're a fucking stoner. I mean, they're making me hate comedians. Like, I always wanted to be a stand-up comic growing up, but now I just think of these self-centered, drunk assholes in the back room of comedy clubs just huffing their own farts, licking each other's assholes, pretending that they're somehow the heroes of a goddamn society. Just make me hate them. Pathetic Joe Rogan. And speaking of Joe, apparently Joe been back on the Facebook, and as I've said previously, he's everybody's dipshit MAGA uncle now. Will literally believe anything.
In class, that one of my daughter's friends goes to school with this kid who growls. He answers things with like growls and purrs.
No. Okay, you were in school, right? There are always weird kids in school. There's always kids doing dumb bullshit in schools, especially young boys. The fuck are you talking about? This is nothing new. But of course, he's going to make it into an existential crisis. It's because of the left. The left is causing these boys to growl in school. No, maybe he's autistic. Maybe you're just making this fucking shit up.
Yeah.
Real? How old is this kid?
I think he's 12 or 13.
Why does he do that?
He identifies as an animal.
No, he does not identify as an animal. He's just a fucking weird little shit. Just like you were probably a weird little shit when you were a fucking kid, Joe Rogan.
What, like a dog?
Well, you know, in some schools, they won't allow you to wear hats in class, but they will allow you to wear cat ears.
Uh-huh. Definitely, that's fucking true. Just good God, I want to give up on life. This is the #1 podcast in the goddamn world, the $300 million man. How is this fucking real? We are a doomed society. And that's it, folks. That is my Beyond Parody. It's so depressing, as always. George Carlin was one of the most significant deaths of comedy. The last great ones. Him and Bill Hicks. Knew Sarah Silverman was pretty funny, too. She's always funny, in my opinion. Fuck Sarah Silverman. She's a pro-Zionist cunt. Don't fucking shill for no Sarah goddamn Silverman in my fucking presence. I can't stand that bitch. Dead to me, Sarah Silverman. What's wrong with the cat ears? It's woke. And as we've always said, it's where the woke meets the wall. Totally normal shit to say. Thought this was from back when he was saying that litter box bullshit. I think that's new, but I don't fucking know. He sounds really gullible. He is. It's not that he's that gullible. It's just that he wants to believe all this shit because he's a right-wing douchebag now, and it feeds into the things he wants to believe. He wants to believe it, therefore he does. Yeah, I disagree with her. Zionist leaning. Yep. You fucking shill for child murders. I don't care how fucking funny you are. I ain't gonna give you no play. Anyone hear from Spanky? Yeah, not heard from Spanky. Don't know what's going on. Only 700 people here. It's not too bad. I love Adam Sandler. Funny, and he seems like a very down-to-earth guy. Pretty good actor, too. I mean, I think his serious roles are a lot better than his comedy roles. Same way I felt about Robin Williams. I didn't think Robin Williams was very funny at all. Everybody was like, oh, my God, he's a comic genius. I thought he was just too manic. And this is coming from me. I'm very manic myself in my comedy, but didn't like it. But dramatic roles, amazing. Almost all of them. You being more up and down than lately. Okay. Is that good or bad? What's wrong with Sarah Silverman? She's a pro-Israel cunt, excusing the genocide, the ethnic cleansing, and the child murderers done by the terrorist organization known as the IDF. Fuck her. My husband hates Adam Sandler. Okay. Different strokes, different folks. I didn't like Robin Stand Up. Yeah, too coked up. That's the way I felt about it. It was just up and down all over the fucking place. Amy Schumer, also fucking horrible. Where were you during the Mork and Mindy years? Like, that was before even my time. I don't even remember Mork and Mindy being on the air. I remember, like, after it was over. But I never watched it when it was live or anything. Check out Gary Goldman. All right, I will check him out. All right, cool. Move right along, folks. Got a couple Karens. Wrote a song about it. Like to hear it? Here it go. It's clear you're just a mess. You sure should be caring less. It's obvious you're completely out of touch. 'Cause, bitch, you're caring too much. Ding. And let's start off with kind of a racist, doughy jackass at the Dallas airport. Gonna get whooped by a cowboy. Let's have a look. So apparently he's being rude to the shipment in front of him, and the guy's recording him, so he's going to start screaming that he is a faggot and gay slurs as he flips everybody off. Oh, he's going to take his shirt off now, going to take his jacket off. It's serious, y'all. He's messing with the cowboy. Don't mess with the cowboy. You don't give a damn. Seems like you give a damn. You're yelling at an airport. Seems like you might care a lot, to be honest.
I put it on the line. What are you upset about?
Drunk.
Weird.
Weird.
What I'm upset about. This thing right here. This photographer. Let's take a picture of you. Shove it up your ass, man. And see how that feels. You might get a tickle, brother. Yeah. Oh, weird.
Oh, yeah. Well, that didn't work out. No, that was a mistake. Well, I think you went wrong.
You ain't doing that.
Is when you punch the guy. That's right. Yeah. Bad life decision. So, yeah, then they handcuff him and unsurreptitiously drag his ass out over there with his dough bitch ass hanging out. Might want to try some sit-ups and less beer, but you do you. And welcome to the no-fly list, dipshit. And then, last on the Karens, I don't even know if I consider this a Karen or not. This is somebody having a mental breakdown in Walmart, but this is not how you handle yourself. Apparently, she thinks this guy got too close to her or something. I think she was in his way and he asked her to move or something. So she's going over to like she was assaulted or something and start shrieking like a banshee.
I didn't touch you, man.
I just pranked not that long ago and I can't stand another man touching me.
Well, no one did that.
It's just can't.
Is this a prank?
Is this a prank?
Yeah, he won't go away. He needs to go away. He's the fucking problem.
I need to leave?
No, just welcome. We'll take you to
I still got, okay. She threw some of my stuff.
Okay, you know, just where's your stuff?
Hell if I know. I'm so sorry.
You're not sorry.
She wasn't sorry when she cut in line and then screamed.
I didn't see you.
To make it. Oh, I just asked her if she saw anyone in line.
Just fucking leave. Just go.
That's an adult.
You're making it loud.
Let's just walk up.
I'm just talking.
Walk up to her. Walk with Chris. Walk with Chris.
Just to calm everything down.
Yeah, I think maybe you shouldn't leave the house. I don't think that you are ready to go out in public. Need to work on some issues, have some you time before you saunter out into the public. That's just me. Yikes! That is my Karen. What you guys think about that? Wild, wacky shit. She's gone into full horror, I know, right? Scream of the killer shrew. Got some lungs on her. Gotta give her that. Poor guy. Definitely mentally ill. Bad parenting. Agreed. Not a Karen, a mentally ill person. All right, well, I'll agree with that one, but I had to stick her somewhere. So we'll put them in the Karen section. Why not? Can't have just one Karen. Can't play the song if I only have one. So, white woman's tears. Yep. Bring up the I was raped card. So, don't tell me not to break line. That seems like a bad usage of that, but that's just me. Needs a handler. Need some Xanax. Go easy. I'm going pretty easy. I have almost done that. I've never done anything almost like that. I'm pretty fucking chill in public. I'm just like, all right, well, whatever. I'll just walk away because I don't give a care enough to have any kind of drama in public. Too much fucking energy. She is a Karen. All right, well, you guys can make up your own minds about that. And all right, folks, time for some free Palestine. It's short. If you guys can't handle it, I understand. Washington Post actually covering it. I'm actually sort of surprised to see the Washington Post cover it. On the morning of October 7, Hamas militants infiltrated Israel from their base in Gaza, staging a brutal attack that killed 1,200 people and shattered the image of the vaunted Israeli security state. The bloodshed that day, the worst in Israel history, drew a vicious response. Israel, which also sought the return of some 240 hostages kidnapped in the attack, imposed a near-total siege on Palestinians in Gaza and unleashed a staggering amount of firepower on both militant and civilian targets. This is some of it's kind of hard to watch. It's not watch, but look at because it's just pictures. But I'm almost surprised to see, like I said, the Washington Post cover this because a lot of the American news media are trying to cover up for Israel and their war crimes. So I'm glad to see more attention being paid to this. Good on you, Washington Post. Meanwhile, Israeli journalist Gideon Levy speaking out against the horrors committed by the IDF.
In this hour, 4 Palestinian children will be killed in Gaza. Every 15 minutes, there is a child killed in the last 2 months. In this hour, at least 10 Palestinians will be killed in Gaza. At least 20 or 30 or 40 will lose their homes forever. It is now in Gaza 6:10. Children, adults, old people, sick people are looking for a shelter for the night. We have to face it emotionally before anything else, because all those political analysis and appreciations and legal questions are very important. But we have to remember that by the time that we are sitting here, a catastrophe is taking place. I keep on watching the images, and I feel that I was never so ashamed to be an Israeli. I feel that it was never so legitimate to kill children by thousands, to kill adults by 10,000s, and almost remain indifferent.
Yeah, like psychopaths. Like a fucking nation of psychopaths and some kind of mass hysteria. It's wild to fucking see. And I feel you. I've never been more ashamed to be an American right now. Never been more ashamed to be a Democrat. And another great post from Mehdi Hassan. I challenge you to read this statement from the White House today, but change the words Russia, Ukraine, and Putin to Israel, Gaza, and Netanyahu. Go on, do it yourself. All right, let me try. Statement from the President Joe Biden on Russia's aerial assault of the Ukraine. Overnight, Israel launched its largest aerial assault on Palestine since this war began. This massive bombardment used drones and missiles, including missiles with hypersonic capability, to strike citizens and civilian infrastructure all across Palestine. Strikes reportedly hit a maternity hospital, a shopping mall, and residential areas, killing innocent people and injuring dozens more. It's a stark reminder to the world that after nearly 2 years of this devastating war, Netanyahu's objectives remain unchanged. He seeks to obliterate Palestine and subjugate its people. He must be stopped. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. That actually makes more sense reading it that way. But no, hypocrisy all the goddamn time for the Biden administration. There is no consistency in anything they're doing or saying right now. Meanwhile, the Biden administration acknowledged it conducted no formal assessment of whether Israel is violating international humanitarian law in its war against Hamas, fueling intense criticism as Joe Biden shows no sign of wanting to change approach. If you guys have done no assessment whatsoever, then why do you keep vetoing UN war crimes against Israel? It's almost like it's not about that. It's almost like it's a different set of rules for Israel, that they get away with things that no other country can get away with. I wonder why. And yes, no use investigating war crimes when you're funding them. Joe Biden sending bigger bombs. Joe Biden, the fucking war criminal. Why the fuck would he investigate? He would not. And then, it's crazy. This is PBS NewsHour, folks. You would think they would be slightly better, but putting out headlines like this one. Hamas has pumped out propaganda on social media, prompting Israel to start its own media campaign to drum up support. Yeah! Finally! I can't believe Israel is finally doing propaganda. They didn't want to, folks. They've never done it before. But all of a sudden, because of Hamas, Israel just now starting with the propaganda. Yeah, just good God, the gaslighting. Israel been kings of propaganda since before fucking time, practically. Have you read the Bible? Propaganda fucking 101. And I agree with this one. If there were a rich atheist or Muslim organization spending $100 million to primary Republicans, Trump and Fox News would be torching those organizations for months. Meanwhile, Biden Dems are so weak and absolutely hoping the squad gets primary just so they don't have to confront AIPAC. That's right, AIPAC just bragging about it, folks. Pro-Israeli group plans to take on squad members. They're coming after anybody who's progressive in our society, folks. Remember how America shit its pants thinking about Russia interfering in our elections? Even the mere thought of Russia interfering in our elections got all our dander up. Here's Israel, another foreign country, just admitting outright, yeah, we're spending hundreds of millions of dollars to interfere in your elections. Crickets. Don't give a shit. In fact, give them the money in which they can turn around and use to influence our elections, folks. The American Israeli Public Affairs Committee is attempting to recruit challengers to some squad members. The group is planning to back a Democratic county executive against Representative Jamal Bowman, for instance, and is expected to spend upwards of $100 million to try to knock out the incumbent. So, yeah, we have a foreign government, a terrorist organization run by a far-right psychopath, spending hundreds of millions of dollars that we gave them to interfere in our fucking elections to get our progressives out of there, to make sure our society cannot progress like we should in this fucking country. And Joe Biden ain't doing shit about it. The opposite. He paying them to do this, folks. Meanwhile, this is the propaganda Israel's putting out. And what a fucking stretch it is. So this is Jennifer Gardner's daughter, and she's wearing this shirt with a watermelon on it. And yes, it is a symbol that has been used to support the Palestinian people, their human rights. Nothing to do with Hamas, nothing to do with being anti-Israel, just, hey, I want to support the people being murdered by these atrocities. Or, if you're the Stop Anti-Semitism page, Beverly Hills, Jennifer Gardner's 18-year-old daughter was spotted today donning a sweatshirt featuring a watermelon, a fruit repurposed to represent the challenges of the Palestinian people. The symbol erases the entire country of Israel. Oh my God! Israel's been erased by a watermelon on a sweatshirt, folks. I can't believe they erased Israel. Just shut the fuck up. God damn it, don't you know how bad this makes you look? How unsympathetic it makes everybody towards you. It's like almost like you're doing it on fucking purpose. Just fucking whiny ass motherfuckers. No sympathy. And that is my Free Palestine section. And we're going to roll right into the Riding with Biden section. Time for some Riding with Biden. Right off the fucking cliff. And gotta give it to him. Like Bidenomics compared to Trumponomics, doing pretty good, I guess. 216,000 new jobs created in December. Jobless rate at 3.7%. They were only expecting 173,000 jobs, and they got 216,000. And they were expecting a unemployment rate at 3.8, and they got an unemployment rate at 3.7. There's plenty of jobs in America. Of course, inflation has made it to where it seems like we're making more, but everything actually costs much more than we're making, so we're actually poorer than we were. It's how the government prints money, and they use inflation to make us more poor than we already were, but also at the same time making it seem like we have more money. It's a fucking con game. It's going to come all collapsing down. We're $34 trillion in debt. It's only got another 20 years before the house of cards completely falls. Oh, but compared to Trump, the economy doing really well. Unfortunately, they're so feckless in the White House, they can't get this message out. People actually think that the economy is way worse than it is. But like I said, it is pretty bad. Somebody in my comments was leaving dumb shit. They were like, you don't know anything about the economy, Dusty. Inflation is actually low right now. It's actually good. Just completely fucking stupid. In the last 3 years alone, 3 years, inflation has risen 17% in 3 years. Are you making 17% more money than you did 3 years ago? I bet you're fucking not. So yes, the rate of inflation has gone down, but that doesn't mean inflation has gone down. That just means the rate it's rising has gone down a little bit, right? But that 17% it's gone up in the last 3 years, that's still there. That's there forever now. It doesn't go back down. So we're still paying 17% more prices than we did 3 years ago. That's incredibly high fucking inflation. That's felt in the pocketbooks of every goddamn poor person. So don't fucking shit in my mouth and tell me it's goddamn pumpkin pie. Inflation ain't fucking good. Now, yes, the rate of the rise of inflation has slightly lowered, but inflation is still rising and it's still 17% above what it was 3 years ago, and it ain't going fucking down, all right? That ain't good. Bad, bad, bad. All bad. That's fucking basic economics, motherfuckers. Meanwhile, more of Biden's campaign staff is issuing anonymous letters protesting his approach to the Israeli-Hamas war. This is not the same they did last time. These are even more. A group of aides hired to re-elect President Joe Biden is breaking with him on the conflict between Israel and Hamas. In a letter first shared with the West Wing's playbook, 17 current Biden campaign staffers called directly on the president to push for a permanent ceasefire in the months-long conflict. As your staff, we believe it is both a moral and electoral imperative for you to publicly call for a cessation of violence. The staffers wrote in a letter, which was anonymously signed and posted on Medium. Complicity in the death of over 20,000 Palestinians, 8,200 of them are children, simply cannot be justified. He's not even trying to justify it. He just don't give a shit. He doesn't owe us anything. That's what he feels. And yes, apparently Joe Biden campaign volunteers are quitting in droves, according to Newsweek. A group of staffers working on President Joe Biden's re-election campaign warned the president that his volunteers are quitting in droves over his handling of Israel's military response in the Gaza Strip. So he knows, folks. He knows he's behind on the polls. He knows he's behind in every swing stakes. He knows that democracy in America is on the line. We know he knows that because he got on TV tonight and talked about it. And he knows that the only thing he can do to save it at this point is either stand up to Israel or drop out of the race. Otherwise, Donald Trump probably going to win. Democracy over. Dictator Trump. So he went public today, gave a long-ass speech, and what did he spend the entire time talking about? How shitty Donald Trump is. For the third year in a row, gave the fucking same exact goddamn speech about how horrible Trump is. Like this is going to fucking change anybody's mind, any Trump supporter's mind. Like they haven't already fucking decided who they're voting for. Like this is going to get any Democrat to vote for him over the same fucking bullshit speech he gives every goddamn year. He doesn't fucking care. American democracy could be over. Doesn't give a shit. As long as Israel can murder more children, that's all our president cares about. It's beyond fucking disgusting. Fuck Joe Biden. And that is my ride with Biden coverage. Definitely out of touch. Incredibly fucking out of touch. Australia is expensive. I heard that. Still a nice looking country though. I wouldn't mind going and visiting. My dad took about 6 months making watermelon wine. Okay, that sounds delicious. Like to have me some. Don't compare me to the almighty. Compare me to the alternative. I mean, yeah. I guess the warmonger, the child murderer is better than the alternative. But like I said repeatedly, if these are only two choices, is this really democracy anymore? If we're forced to vote for the insane child murderer, is that really a fucking choice? I just can't pretend like I'm psyched about this. Like I can cheerlead for a child murderer. I just can't fucking do it. We have to get this motherfucker out of there. He has to retire. He has to be towed in no uncertain terms. You cannot be Donald Trump. Democracy itself is going to end unless you drop the fuck out. And everybody for the rest of eternity is going to know that you are the one that caused this. Just like every other old ass Democrat that refused to fucking retire. And they gave Republicans wins you are going to be just like them. You are going to be to blame. This is going to be your legacy. Drop the fuck out. I think that's our only chance here, folks. Push this motherfucker. And, all right. Last chance to get your super chats in, folks. About to end the show. Got a couple palate cleansers. Let's fucking do it. First off, did you guys see this shit? 2024 New Year's drone show in Busan, South Korea. And man, this is so many times cooler than fireworks. Fireworks are so old. Been done to death. The future of drone shows is fucking awesome, though. A little slow. Could be a little faster, but in the future, gonna be fast as fuck. But still pretty cool. Love technology. Starting to feel like I'm in the future, y'all. Just badass. Imagine looking up live and seeing that shit over your city. I actually wouldn't mind going to a big city if I could see a show like that. Pretty fucking cool. And last but not least, let's look at a cute kid. Why not? I only enjoy kids when I see other people enjoying their kids, and only briefly in small doses. Anyway, these parents are watching their kids take his first step, or their kid take his first step. 150,000 likes. Holy shit. Let's have a look. Very supportive. Like, yay, what'd I do? I don't even know what I did, but you guys seem really happy about it. Hell yeah. What are you so excited about? I didn't even do nothing. It's like, yay, we have a family. We love our kid. Hero. Pretty cute. All right, I was going to end with, hell yeah. Thank you for sharing your joy with us. And folks, if you bail out, please hit the like button before you go. Please tell your friends about the show. Please leave comments, all of the things. I would appreciate it. Thank you in advance. Swagger and Cap. The Ferals send their regards. Hey, Scritches the Ferals. Appreciate you, Swagger and Cap. $2 for Dusty. Let him have it, folks. Hey, let me have it. I can take it. Metametheus. Welcome to PTL, heroes. Hell yeah, that's the way to do it. That's the top end of the Dust Buddies. Hero. You are Metametheus. Floyd Fluff and Stuff, $10. Can raise a glass to my dog, the real Floyd, who passed away this morning at 18. He was the dog that everybody loved and will be forever missed. 18. That is a good run, Floyd Fluff and Stuff. I'm sorry for your loss. I've been there, and I know it's like losing a kid. It really is. But like 18, all you can do is hold on to the thought that you gave them a good life. You allowed them to have an experience that they wouldn't have otherwise had without you. And hold on to that thought. And I feel for you. We're all in this together. Appreciate you, Floyd. And Parker, what up, Parker? What's your zodiac sign again? I am a Pisces. Not that I believe in any of that. What up, Parker? Metametheus, $10. Good job killing the name pronunciation last time. Please wish a happy 10-month anniversary to my sexy ass Meggers. Happy anniversary, Meggers. Metametheus loves you. And Figments. Free Palestine watermelon. Hell yeah. Love me some watermelon and love me some freeing of the Palestines. And Yarb. What up, Yarb? 50. Count on 50. The Dusty memberships to all of you lucky motherfuckers. Better see you at the after party that's starting right now, and give Yarb your love because Yarb deserves it. Fuck yeah, Yarb. Amazing. Appreciate you. Tie for the Lord Dusty. Hey, I'll take your tie, Boston Dunning. Good to see you tonight. Venture Van, $1.99, $2 for Dusty. Flood him with love and monies. Yeah, let Fat Dust eat your money. He hungry. 70 whole months is crazy. Crazy good. You part of the cool kids now, Parker. I made it late, but here, man, I love the conversation about pooping in the after party. Had me crack it up. I know everybody who's not a member of the Patreon or a Dust Buddy needs to correct yourself. Having some amazing top-tier conversations on the after party. Keep the great show streak alive. Appreciate you. As long as you guys keep supporting the show. It was a little bit light tonight, but I'm not going to complain about it. But I did 3 shows. Hell yeah. As long as you guys keep supporting the 3 shows, I'll keep doing it. Thank you, heroes. Please give Dusty money. I need the show to live. Yeah, as long as you guys keep supporting it, I'll do it. Little maybe 49, I already read that. All right, I think I got everything. Trump has vowed to be the most pro-Israel president ever. If Palestine is your reason for voting for Trump or not at all, it's not worth it. This argument means nothing to me. Absolutely nothing to me. I don't know how Trump would be more pro-Israel than Joe Biden. I don't think that's possible. So, you have to come up with something better. Like the rest of it, the how he treats gay people, how he treats immigrants, the giving tax cuts to billionaires, the putting $8 trillion on the credit card, all that stuff is a much better argument. But trying to say he's going to be more pro-Israel than Joe Biden, nah, I ain't fucking hearing that shit. Fuck Joe Biden. Fuck everything about that. You ain't fucking convincing me with that argument. Thank you, Jake. I appreciate it, but nah. All right, folks. I'll be back on Monday. It's only a weekend away, so hell yeah. I can't wait to hang out with you guys again. Hopefully, enough interesting stuff I have this weekend. We'll have a show for you guys. Not that I'm wishing bad things to happen in the country, but it's going to happen, whether I wish it or not. So what you gonna do? So I'll see you guys then. The rest of you, I'll see you right now on the after party. You know you want to join, so do so. If you're not already a patron, please click on the description of the video and join my Patreon. And now it's time for the kiddie party. Hell yeah. Let's see if I have a song loaded up. I bet I do not. Oh yeah, I'll play The River, an original song by Dusty Smith. You guys seem to like this one. It's chill as fuck. Hell yeah. All right. You know what time it is. Eat some treats, y'all. Kitty party. Lots of fat cats, y'all. Alright, you got a pretty boy, Mr. Half-Stash Pistachio, Katana, got a little Miss Piper, got a Violet out here, and a Miss Misty. It's always the same ones. There's more. There's a cat right over there, one of the kittens right over there. One of them come over here. Baby Yoda, one of them come over here. These lazy assholes. That's how spoiled they are. They're like, I don't even have to come for your treats, Daddy. I know you'll give me more after the cameras are off. Fuck you. All right, folks, that's my time. I sure appreciate you. Gonna see all of you on Monday. Have a good weekend. That is the amendments. Until next time, Logic, fuck yes. Good night, everybody. I love you. Switch over now.